Hello friends, this is Akshita, your educator. I welcome you all on the platform of Swarda Pariksha by Global Online. As we know friends, Global Online platform has launched a complete series for upcoming CTET examination which will be held in December 2022. In this particular series, we will deal with mathematics paper 2. In previous series, we were dealing with mathematics paper 1. We have completed all the syllabus for the mathematics paper 1 regarding the 20 marks over there. And in today's lecture number 2 of this particular series, we will deal with the number system, okay, for mathematics paper 2. Before moving into the video friends, the central teacher eligibility test examination which will be held in December 2022 for this complete course has been launched by the Global Online platform. Here you will find different courses, that is 3 different courses for paper 1, for paper 2 and combined course for paper 1 and paper 2. Here the features provided to you will be with the full syllabus theory lectures, practice multiple MCQs, mock test, full syllabus notes will be provided, and the fees of the course will be of 2000 rupees. So basically you have to go and download the Global Online app or contact us on this given WhatsApp number. Now basically this WhatsApp number has been updated, so please go and contact on this number if you want to join or enroll the course. Okay, now for paper 2, again the central teacher eligibility test 2022 complete course for paper 2 contains again the features like full syllabus theory lectures, practice multiple MCQs, mock test, full syllabus notes will be provided, and the course fees is just of 2000 rupees. Over here you have to go and download the Global Online app or contact us on this particular given WhatsApp number for enrolling the course. The students who are going to opt for paper 1 and paper 2 both, here again they will be provided with the full syllabus theory lectures, practice multiple MCQs, mock test, full syllabus notes, and the course fees is just of 3000 rupees. Similarly, you have to go and download the Global Online app or contact on this given number. Okay, so students, this is the course for paper 1, paper 2 as well as the combined that is a compiled course for paper 1 and paper 2. So if you want to score maximum marks in the examination, as well as want the guaranteed selection in the examination, so this course for paper 1, paper 2 and the compiled paper 1 and paper 2 course will be very much beneficial for you. You can completely rely on us for your preparation. You can 100% score maximum marks as well as can have guaranteed selection in the examination. So friends, if you want to enroll the course, basically you have to follow these following steps for enrolling it. Go on the Play Store, download this Global Online app. Moving to the second step, you will find such interface over here. Okay, in this interface there is an icon called as store. In this store icon, when you click on it, you find or you move to the pages called as courses. Here there is a search tab. Here we have to search for CTET. Okay, when you search for CTET, there you will find 3 different courses, that is for paper 2, paper 1 as well as for paper 1 and paper 2. So there are different categories of courses on the Global Online platform. If you are preparing for different entrance examination like for CET, for NET, if you are preparing, at the same time if you are preparing for the PET examination, that is for the PhD entrance examination, all these kind of entrance examination ka preparation has been taken by the Global Online platform and they have shown result each and every year. So basically guaranteed selection भी होगा और जो है आपका रिजल्ट भी काफ़ी सही आएगा. So this is the very beneficial platform for you. So please go and download the app and enroll to the CTET course. So friends, in today's lecture what we will see is regarding the number system. Okay, so now basically इस कोर्स में हम क्या क्या डील करेंगे. So this course is actually going to be in the English medium. Okay, at the same time we will discuss the topic that are really important, that is exam relevant topics. At the same time we will discuss the second thing over here is the questions that can be asked in the examination and the PYQs at this also, okay, will be added in this particular series. Okay, now in number system, the very first thing that we have to learn over here is how are the numbers basically classified. We will move from the scratch. So the students who really don't know anything about the maths, so basically even if they don't know maths का यम भी, okay, maths का यम भी अगर नहीं आता हो, then this course will be very profitable for you, because this will be from the scratch itself. Okay, now the very first thing is, how are the numbers classified, how we classify the numbers. Okay, for that we will study the classification. Okay, how are the numbers classified. Okay, here the very first thing that we must be able to know is the classification of number. Basically the numbers are classified into two different categories. Okay, the very first category is the real number that we are going to study in today's lecture. Okay, and the second one is imaginary number. Okay, now what is real number and what is imaginary number, this is the topic of discussion. The real number, for understanding that, what we will do is we'll go through a point, that is number line. What is the number line? Let us discuss that first for understanding the real number. Okay, now in number line, if we try to remember, in our school times there was one topic in the number system, that is the number line. There was actually one point. Okay, now what is number line? Basically a number line is a line on which 0 is at the center. 0 is at the center, and here on the left side and on the right side there are numbers. Actually this is an horizontal line. This is an horizontal line on which 0 is at the middle or at the center, and line is basically something having two arrows on the both the sides. Okay, this we will discuss in geometry again. Okay, so basically it consists of the origin, that is 0 point. Okay, all the positive numbers are represented on this line on the right hand side. Okay, this is how the positive numbers have been represented. So this will extend up to infinity. Basically this arrow itself indicates that it can be moved or extended till the infinity. And on the number line, if we go for the left hand side, we will find negative numbers. Okay, now these negative numbers also can be extended up to minus infinity. So basically a real number is kind of a horizontal line, or a real number line is nothing but a real number line. It means that it is a horizontal line with arrows on both the sides, and it consists of an origin called as 0, and all the positive numbers are represented on the right hand side, and all the negative numbers are represented on the left hand side. So basically this representation is nothing but the real number line, and all these numbers are nothing but, these are called as real numbers. So what are the real numbers? All the real numbers are nothing but they are negative. They can be 0 or they can be positive, and this negative can be extended up to minus infinity, and this positive numbers can be extended to plus infinity. Okay, so basically real number line is nothing but a horizontal line in which 0 is at the center and positive numbers are on the right hand side and the negative numbers on the left hand. Now we will see the classification of real numbers. Actually we will see the classification of real numbers, but basically we'll discuss the very first thing. Before moving to the real numbers, we will discuss about the imaginary numbers. Now what are the imaginary numbers? Let us discuss that first, then we will jump to the real numbers. Actually the real numbers classification consists of nothing but the natural numbers, the whole numbers. Okay, these are covered under the real number. Okay, so to understand the imaginary number first, now what are the imaginary numbers? Okay, imaginary numbers. So imaginary number is a number when it is squared has a negative result. So to understand this, for example, I'll take here I square is equals to minus 1. Okay, if I take I square is equals to minus 1. Okay, I is nothing but, for example, I को pronounce क्या करते? I is iota. Okay, this is not I actually, this is iota. This is pronounced as iota, and I is considered here to be an imaginary number. I is nothing but an imaginary number. So basically if we take I square is equals to minus 1, then I into I is equals to minus 1. I can write like this, right? So basically I square is equals to minus 1. It means that I can write it like this: I is equals to under root of minus 1. Basically I have taken square root on the both the sides, right? So I square will be I, and basically minus 1 will be under root of minus 1. It means Imaginary numbers simply can be defined as any negative number is if it is under the square root. For example, minus 4, under root of minus 4, under root of minus 7, under root of minus 5. Basically, whenever a negative number is under the square root, okay, then that is called as the imaginary number. Basically, an imaginary number is a number that when squared gets a negative value. So imaginary number, how it is defined as imaginary number? Imaginary number, it means that whenever imaginary number is squared, it means that we will get a negative result, that is minus 1. Okay, if we are taking the square root on both the sides, it means that I is equals to under root of minus 1. So basically it can be defined in two different ways. I square, that is whenever we take the square of the imaginary numbers, we get the negative result. Or imaginary number is nothing but a number under the negative number under the square root. Okay, this was about the imaginary numbers. Now, and imaginary number is not much of importance. We have to deal maximum with the real numbers. Now, basically in real numbers, what are the things that we will discuss here? Let us see one by one. In real number, the very first will be natural number. Now, what are the natural numbers? Now, natural numbers are the numbers that starts from 1 and they continue till the infinity. Okay, natural numbers are the numbers that are starting from 1. Okay, this is important, and they end in the infinity. So in other words, we can say that natural numbers, these are nothing but the counting numbers that starts the counting from 1 and ends till the infinity. So basically 1 से infinity तक के पूरे numbers natural numbers. Okay, now what is the question that can be asked from the natural number? Is the smallest natural number. Smallest natural number, we must be able to know what is the smallest natural number, that is 1. Okay, now is 0 a natural number? This can be the question asked to us. So 0 is not a natural number because the natural number starts from 1 and they end to the infinity. So this was the thing that we have to keep in mind regarding the natural number. Nextly, when we move to the next thing from the real numbers, that is the second point, it will be whole number. Now, what are the whole numbers? Okay, what are the whole numbers? Whole numbers, it means that the numbers that begin with or that starts from 0 and they move to the infinity. It means that numbers from 0 to infinity are nothing but the whole numbers. What is the basic difference between the natural number and whole number? Natural number begins from 1 and the whole number begins from the 0. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dash 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 till infinity is nothing but these are the whole numbers. Okay, so now the questions that can be asked to us from this is again the smallest natural number, smallest whole number. As we know, the smallest natural number is 1 and we know that whole number, it means they are starting from 0. Okay, so smallest whole number will be 0. Okay, this is one kind of thing that we have to remember. Now the questions linking the natural numbers and whole numbers. Now what can be the question can be asked linking up the natural numbers and whole numbers? That is, for example, the question, I think this is the question that has been asked in paper 1. I'm not sure it has been asked in the paper 1 or paper 2, but let us deal with it. If you are going for paper 1 also, then this will be beneficial for you. Sum of smallest natural number and whole number. We have to find the sum of the smallest natural number. Now as we know, the smallest natural number is 1 and smallest whole number is 0. We have to take the summation of both. It means that 1 is the answer. So sum of the smallest natural number and whole number will be 1. Okay, so this is the question that can be asked. Now let us deal with the next point, that is integers. Now what are integers? Okay, integers, it means that this is a whole number. This is a whole number. In this whole numbers, these integers can be positive, They can be 0 or they can even be negative. So basically integers are nothing but these are the whole numbers. Why they are called the whole numbers? Because here 0 is also included, right? These are the whole numbers in which 0 is included. At the same time, it consists of the positive, negative or 0. So for example, if we take, for example, in case of integers, we can take -5, or we can take 9, okay, 73. These are etc. These are all the examples of the integers. So examples of the numbers that are integers, ye to ho gaya. Okay, now this numbers that are not integers are like, for example, 1.43. This is not an integer, okay, this is something in the decimal point, right? So the numbers in the decimals or in the fractions, they are not the integers. So simply integer, it means that the numbers that are the whole numbers, okay, numbers positive, 0 or negative are the integers. These are the whole numbers. So if the number is given in the form of the decimal point, or it is given in the form of fraction, for example 3/4, okay, so these numbers are not the integers. Okay, this was all about the integers. Now moving on to the very important point of today's lecture, that is the prime number. Now prime number is something, now I'm teaching from really scratch topics, right? This is for the students who really don't know the maths, or we can say that there is a huge gap that has been created because कुछ कुछ बच्चों का जो है मैथ्स छूट जाता है 10th में. सो बेसिकली दिस इज़ फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स हु हैव दिस ह्यूज गैप. वी हैव टू ब्रिज दिस गैप. ओके, दिस सो if you feel that this lecture is going from very much like scratch, so please do not watch it. You can jump to the next lectures also. Okay, so if you even want to watch this lecture, you can watch on the like 2x wala speed and all. Okay, so in today's next topic will be prime number. Okay, prime number. Now the prime number. Okay, to understand the prime number, we can simply define it is that the number having only two factors. Number having only two factors are nothing but they are called as the prime numbers. Now which are these two factors? The number itself and 1. Okay, so prime number is a number which is having two factors. There are two factors. So basically the number itself is the one factor and 1 is the other factor. For example, if we take 2, so basically 2, it comes in two tables. Like 1 के table में भी आएगा, that is the 2 के दो factors रहेंगे, right? 2 has two factors basically. 1 itself, that is 2, okay, and the other factor is 1. Once again I will tell you in the other example. For example, if we take 5, okay, in 5, what are the factors of 5? If we calculate the factors of 5, we can find that 5 is one factor and the number itself, okay, sorry, 1 is the factor and 5, the number itself, is the other factor. So basically 5 is having only two factors. What does the factor means? Factor, we can simply in the simple words, what we can say, that the number comes in how much tables, right? Okay, so 2 is the number that comes in only two tables. So basically 1 के table में आएगा 2 comes in 1 ka table and 2 also come in 2's table, so that table itself. Okay, so 5, it comes in 2 tables, that is 1 ke table mein bhi aayega aur 5 ke table mein bhi aayega. So this is the basic thing that we must be able to understand, that is what are the factors. Okay, now if we take the example, for example we take 6. Now 6 is having how many factors? To calculate that, as we know, 6 comes in 1 ka table, okay, 6 also come in 2 ka table, 6 also comes in 3 ka table and 6 also comes in 6 ka table. So basically how many factors are possible for 6? There are total how many factors? 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically there are 4 factors for 6. It means that 6 is not a prime number. It is not a prime number. So basically a prime number is a number जिसके सिर्फ दो factors रहेंगे, एक the number itself and 1. Okay, so this is the nothing but this is the prime number that we have to keep in mind. If we see the factors now, or we can simply say it as a prime number is a number. It is a number that is divisible only by itself and 1. Okay, it is divisible by only by itself and 1, so that is nothing but that is called as prime number. If we see the prime numbers begin from 2, so 2 is having only two factors, so 2 itself and 1. 3 is also having two factors, 3 and 1. 5 is also having two factors, 7 and also 11. So basically these are the prime numbers. Okay, now the questions that can be asked to us from the topic prime number will be, the very first question will be the smallest prime number. Okay, now smallest prime number is the question that can be asked. Smallest prime number. Next the question can be asked will be smallest even prime number. Smallest even prime number. Okay, and nextly single digit prime numbers. How many single digit prime numbers are there? This is also a question that can be asked. Now dealing with this smallest prime number, as we can see that 2 is the prime number, so the question will be, is 1 a prime number? Okay, is the 1 prime number? Now does the 1 fall in the category of having the two factors? Let us see that. Now 1 is the number, it is not having two factors, so basically 1 is having a single factor, that is 1 itself. Okay, 1 is the factor for 1, so basically 1 is not a prime number, because for prime number what we need, what is the criteria that we need two factors, so basically 1 doesn't have two factor, it has a single factor, that is a number itself. So 1 is not a prime number, it is not a prime number. Okay, this is the point of importance, so we must be able to understand that in prime number we have two factors. Okay, two factors are compulsory, that is the number is divisible by itself as well as by 1. So basically a number is 1 is a number that is having only one factor, so it is not a prime number. Now the smallest prime number is not the 1, right? So basically it will be 2, so smallest prime number will be 3. Now the smallest even prime number, so the question is with a little twist, only smallest even prime number. Actually there is only a single even prime number, that is 2. If we see here, 2 is the only even prime number. Okay, now what is even number and odd number, we will understand that, but here we must be able to understand even number, it means that a number which is divisible by 2. Okay, that is nothing but these are the even number, and the number which is not divisible by 2 is nothing but the odd number. Okay, so basically 2 is the only even number, that is the smallest even prime number, so answer will be 2. Now single digit prime number. Now how many single digit prime numbers are there? Now as we know, 2 is the prime number, 1 is not the prime number, 3 is the prime number. Okay, 4 is not the prime number, 5 is the prime number, 6 is also not the prime number, 7 is the prime number, and 11. So basically if we calculate the single digit prime numbers, here we'll find 2, 3, 5 and 7. 11 is not the single digit, so basically 4 single digit prime numbers are seen. Okay, so these are the three questions that can be asked, that is the smallest prime number or only smallest even prime number, this is the answer 2. And the single digit prime number is, that is how many single digit prime numbers are there? There are 4 single digit prime numbers. Now moving to the next questions that can be asked from the prime number, we have to keep some of the factual things that in the mind, so if it comes in the question, you can directly go for the options. Okay, without any further delay, you can directly click on the right answer. So basically the questions that can be asked again from the prime number will be let me change the color of the pen. Okay, now next, so the number of prime numbers between, I am writing this, it means that you also must write this whenever I am writing, because that will make things more clearer. Okay, so there are 25 prime numbers in between 1 to 100. Okay, in between 1 to 100, how many prime numbers are there? There are 25 prime numbers. There are 25 prime numbers. Okay, so when we go for 1 to 50, from 1 to 50, okay, from 1 to 50 there are 15 prime numbers. there are 15 prime numbers. So basically, if we see, consider 1 to 100, there are 25 prime numbers, and 1 to 50 there are 15 prime numbers. Okay, and one more question will be from 50 to 100. If we consider from 50 to 100, then there are 10 prime numbers. Okay, so there are 10 prime numbers. So 3 questions can be directly asked into the examination, and if asked, you must be able to click directly without any further delay. Okay, so the number of prime numbers between 1 to 100 are 25. In between 1 to 50 there are 15 prime numbers, and from 50 to 100 there are how many prime numbers? There are 10 prime numbers. Okay, so the next topic regarding the number system will be the composite numbers. Now, what are the composite numbers? As we have seen, in prime numbers there are two factors. Okay, in prime numbers, what we have seen, a number is having two factors, is nothing but this is called as prime number. Now, what is composite number? A number having more than two factors are called as composite. Numbers having more than two factors. As we have seen, number having two factor was the prime number, and if more than two factors are there, more than two factors, it means that it is the composite number. For example, if we take 1, okay, as I told you, 1 is not the prime number. Okay, it won't be the composite because 1 is having only a single factor. Now 2 is a number, it is having how many factors? There were two factors, that is 1 and 2. Basically it is a prime number. Okay, this is a prime number. If we go for number 3, okay, here what we can find is 3 is also having two factors, that is 1 and 3 itself. This is again a prime number. Okay, this is again a prime number. If we go for the number 4, now 4, it comes in the table of 1. How many factors of 4 are possible? It comes in the table of 1 also, it comes in the table of 2 also, it comes in the table of 4 also. Basically there are 3 factors. There are 3 factors for number 4. Okay, so nextly if we see 16, okay, for 16, how many factors are possible? It comes in table of 1, it comes in table of 2 also, it comes in table of, not in 3, it comes in table of 4, sorry. Also it comes in the table of 8, 8 2s are 16. Also it comes in the table of 16, that is 16 1s are 16. So basically how many factors are possible here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for 16 there are 5 factors. So basically these factors, that is number of the factors when they are more than 2, it means that these numbers are nothing but these are the composite numbers. So composite numbers in mathematics are nothing but they are having more than 2 factors are called as composite number. Now the question that can be asked from this composite number, like prime number, like the question was asked that which is the smallest prime number? Okay, smallest even prime number. Now the question can be asked in the composite number also, that the smallest composite number kaun sa hai. Okay, now the smallest composite number, as we know, 1 is not this composite number, 2 is also not the composite number, and 3 is also not the composite number. Basically 4 is the composite number. So the smallest composite number will be 4. So this is the question that can be directly asked. Okay, so if we see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 dash 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 dash. Okay, so on this, 1 is not the prime number nor it is the composite because it is having a single factor. Okay, 2 is the prime number, 3 is also the prime number. Now 4 is the topic of discussion. This is the composite number as it is having more than 2 factors. Okay, 5, we will discuss this in detail because 5 is again a prime number. Okay, 6, as we have seen in this example, sorry, not in this. So 6 is what? 6 is having how many factors? It comes in table of 1, it also comes in table of 2, it comes in the table of 3, and it comes in the table of 6 itself. So basically there are more than 2 factors, so it means that it is a composite number, and 7 is a prime number. So in this way, this is how we have to keep in mind regarding the questions that can be asked in the examination of the classification of the numbers. Okay, so in today's lecture, what we have seen, the very first thing, we have to keep in mind that how are the numbers classified. Basically they are classified in the real numbers and the imaginary numbers. What we have seen in the real numbers are the numbers that can be represented on the number line, okay, having zero origin. On the right hand side there are the positive numbers, on the left hand side there are the negative numbers. Nextly, when we move to the imaginary number is nothing but when we do I square, it means that whenever we take the square of the imaginary number, we get the negative result, or imaginary number is nothing but square root of a negative number, okay, that is called as imaginary number. So this is not of much importance. Moving to the real number, we have seen. And what are the natural numbers? Natural numbers are the numbers starting from 1 to infinity is nothing but the natural number. So smallest natural number is 1. Nextly, we have seen the whole numbers. Whole numbers are nothing but starting from 0 moving to infinity. So 0 is nothing but the smallest whole number. The question can be asked the sum of the smallest natural number and whole number, that is 1 plus 0, that will be answer will be 1. So nextly, we have seen the integers. Integers are nothing but these are the whole numbers that can be positive, 0 or the negative, okay. These are these cannot be the decimal wale numbers, okay, decimal or the in the form of the fraction. These are not the integers, okay. Nextly, we have seen the prime numbers. Prime numbers are the numbers that are having two factors, that is the number itself and 1. A number that is, or we can also define it as in this way, that a number that is divisible by itself and 1 is nothing but the prime number. The smallest prime number or the only even prime number is 2, okay. Nextly, we have seen 3, 5, 7. So there are 4 single digit prime numbers, okay. Also what we have seen is the number of prime numbers between 1 and 100. This is the factual question. Keep in mind that 25 prime numbers, okay. From 1 to 15 there are 15 prime numbers, and from 50 to 100 there are 10 prime numbers. Nextly, we have seen the composite numbers, that are the numbers having more than 2 factors, okay. So 1 is not a prime number nor it is the composite number, okay. 2 is the prime number but not the composite. 3 is prime number but not the composite number. So the smallest composite number is the 4. So basically it is having more than 2 factors, that is 1, 2 and 4. So in this way, this was all about the composite, and this was the introduction to all the terms regarding the classification of the numbers, okay. There is something really basic thing that we'll discuss in tomorrow's lecture, that how particular number is considered to be a prime number or not. कि एक नंबर दिया है, is it a prime number or not? For that, what the things we have to keep in mind and how we have to understand that a particular given number is prime number or not. So that we will discuss in short. That is of not much importance, but we must able to understand that a given particular number, एक particular number दिया है, that is a prime number or not, वो चीज़ हमें understand करनी आनी चाहिए, okay. So that we will discuss. At the same time, we will discuss all the divisibility rules over there, okay. So this was all about today's lecture. Thank you for watching. If you like my video, if you like my content, please do hit the like button, sorry, and as well as you can comment in the comment section if you have any kind of doubt regarding this particular mathematics paper 2 topic. From the number system also, if you have any kind of doubt, you can comment in the comment section. I will try to resolve all your doubts. At the same time, once again, I would like to tell you the Central Teacher Eligibility Test 2022, if you have to score the maximum marks and want to have the guaranteed selection in the examination, so at the same time you want to completely rely on one particular platform, then Global Online is the beneficiary platform for you, because this is going to provide you with the following features, that is full syllabus theory lectures, practice multiple MCQs, mock test, full syllabus notes. If you are going for paper 1, the course fees is just of 2,000 rupees. For paper 2, the course fees is just of 2,000 rupees, and if you are going for paper 1 and paper 2 both, the course fees will be of 3,000 rupees. So this is the golden opportunity, please do grab it. At the same time, if you have any kind of doubt regarding enrolling of the course, you can also comment that in the comment section, okay. So this was the end of today's lecture. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more such video. Have a great day. Bye.